Hi everyone, it's Shauna and I'm passionate about pages. I am very much in love with anything sparkly, and so I do love a bit of glitter paper on my page layouts. This colour is Desert Rose. It's really pretty, isn't it? But this technique I'm sharing with you will work with any paper, and what I'm trying to show you is how you can use a die that's only a little over 6 inches to create a 12-inch border that could go along the full width or length of your page. Okay, so this particular one uses that lovely open curve there. You might, there's lots of different border dies that you probably own. Have a little look through them. I love these ones for the stitching lines on them. It adds a little bit of detail, and I was pleasantly surprised that that shows up nicely on the edge of the glitter paper. So after you've cut that border, you'll have the negative space. This edge obviously doesn't have stitched lines, but there would be no reason why you couldn't straighten that up and use that somewhere else in a project that you might have. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use the dies, the thin cuts, with one of the different patterns. I think I'm going to try this little scallopy one because I'm a bit in love with it. So you might start with a narrower piece of glitter, all right, and you want to begin with the edge just a fraction over the edge of the paper, okay, so that you make sure it starts cutting right from the start. It is not the end of the world if it doesn't, because you can just scissor it. And basically this is the piece that you're going to use. So, if you wanted a thick piece, put your thin cut further away. If you wanted a narrower piece, put it closer. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to have this end and this end about the same distance from the straight edge. So just kind of have a little play till it's about the same distance, okay? If you don't think you can then manipulate things and keep that in place, use a bit of washi tape, but make sure some of it goes onto the mat, because the glitter won't hold it so well, okay? But if you can put it over the mat, it will hold perfectly. Then whatever die cutting machine you're using, I'm using the Close to My Heart one. So my sandwich is the cutting mat, the paper, the thin cut, and then the thick plate. But whatever your machine needs, just whatever you would normally use for cutting thin cuts is what you will use, okay? So then we lift that off. And you see that it's cut down to this edge. Now we need to start from that bit and finish off, okay? So what you're going to do is you're just going to overlap this. So can you see there where the stitching sort of finishes? And can you see that this scallop has a flat edge? So I'm going to try to overlap that on that edge. And then we're trying to get this nice and evenly spaced like we did before. Pop it down and run it through again. When you're using glitter paper, I would only do one layer at a time. But if you're using cardstock or regular paper, you can get away with cutting 2 layers at once with the Close to My Heart dies. They're very sturdy, and they've got really good quality cutting edges. And there you have it. So where it joins is there, and it's perfect. Now, if when you cut it your join isn't perfect, just like put a sticker or something over it, no one will know. Put a bit of bling and no one will know. But just taking the time to line those up and anchor them with a bit of washi tape, or if you don't have washi tape, you know, whatever you've got. I like washi tape because it doesn't take off any of the paper. And you'll be right. Have fun with that.